I sat down with John Tiegen and Mark Geist, members of the Annex Security Team behind the real story of the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, directed by Michael Bay. I'm Theresa O'Leary with Movie Trip TV, and my thing is movies and traveling, so kind of showing people how to vacation to places where movies have been filmed. You know, what's the hot spots to go to once you're there, even if it wasn't in the movie? What do you do in that location? And so I'd kind of like to talk to you guys about your experience on set and kind of things that go along with that. So let's hear about your guys' story. Just briefly, you know, why did you come to this museum, in the World War I Museum, and the book that you guys wrote, kind of the backstory on the thoughts when that was happening?
We were both in Benghazi, Libya in September of 2012, and on September 11th, the consulate got attacked. We ended up losing an ambassador and his information officer, Foreign Service officer, Sean Smith. And throughout that night, our team was over at the Annex. We worked for the CIA. We went over to rescue them, got his security team rescued, came back to our location, and to make a long story short, in the 13 hours, we fended off 3 more attacks, and the last one ended up with a mortar attack that ended up killing 2 of our team members and injured myself.
Wow. Well, that is quite a story for a book that I can see. When you guys decided to write the book, did you think it would ever turn into a movie? Was that a goal you guys had initially, or you know, what made you want to tell the story in the first place?
As for, I think we all kind of had an idea it probably would end up turning into a movie, but probably just not this fast. Mm-hmm. You know, we got into doing the book just because the story of the 4 guys that got killed, you know, just was being lost in the political fray that was going on. Sure. Between the left and the right, and you know, we wanted to make sure that, you know, that their memory was being honored, and so we came out, did the book, and you know, we don't get into the politics of it because the story to us is not about the politics. It's about Sure. the 4 guys that lost and gave their lives for the country. Right,
of course. So, what do you want people to really take away from the movie when they watch it? You know, a lot of the people have heard the things on the news, but from the movie itself, what do you want to be the main takeaway when people go to see it?
Well, the biggest thing is, you know, there's 200 and roughly 85 to 90 diplomatic facilities around the world, and you have Americans that are serving at these facilities, both full-time employees of the government and contractors that are providing the security for these individuals so they can be safe in what they do, and the sacrifices that they give to serve the country. I mean, the ambassador is in one of the worst, you know, the ambassador and Foreign Service officer, Sean Smith, are working for the State Department, and we are contractors for the Central Intelligence Agency, and you know, we had 2 of our members die, and the sacrifices that them and their families make, people don't realize that. I don't think they understand that it's not just in the war zones that this happens. It's around the world.
Dave, we're coming in. We're on property. Is Chris inside? Is he still inside? Get down!
How excited were you guys to hear that Michael Bay was going to be the director? You know, he's done some really big movies in the past, Transformers, Pearl Harbor. What did you guys think about that when you heard?
I was kind of worried that our guns would like transform in the movie. So, no. It was pretty exciting. I mean, it was, in a way, it was kind of a made-for-Bay movie because, you know, we hear about people say, well, all the explosions that he does, and you know, well, there was a lot of explosions that night, and actually 3 of them I got to cause, but I thought it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think with the, you know, Paramount and Michael Bay are able to take this platform and give us a platform to reach so many more people with the message that we want to get out about what these 4 Americans did for them. And in doing that, they've taken this approach so seriously that, I mean, and it was just very respectful of the 4 Americans and of us and our opinions and how things transpired that night.
Yeah, great. So where is exactly Benghazi? Just to explain to everybody, we hear the word a lot in the news, but where exactly is it located?
It's on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, in between, and Libya is in between Egypt and I believe Tunisia.
In north end of Africa.
North and
Just below the
180
boot.
Yeah, 185
Right.
miles. Well, about 200, almost 300 miles south of Italy, or
Sure.
Sicily.
And so the movie was actually filmed in Morocco and Malta. How did those places compare geographically, you know, just the look of the places to Benghazi? Was it very similar, or I know there was a set built too. Were a lot of things filmed just on the set, or was the area kind of very similar in look?
It looked pretty much the same. We didn't get to go to Morocco. I think we wore them out in Malta. So, but I mean, it
Couldn't
was.
hang with us.
Couldn't
but-
keep up?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, you walk around and I mean, it looked pretty close to what Benghazi looked like. The annex set, the consulate wasn't quite finished yet, so we didn't really get to see the finished one. But watching the trailers and stuff, it definitely looks really close. But the annex, that was really, really close. I mean, but I'm a stickler about attention to detail, you know.
Sure.
So if the lamp ain't right, it throws me off. But
Did you guys get to call a lot of shots as far as how things looked, or was it left up to more the director? Or
No, he called us. He had us come in and look at all the plans of both the annex and the consulate. And one of the funnier things that kind of happened is we're sitting there going over the plans with the, I guess the set designer, and you can see Michael. He's standing in the back in the doorway, and Tig's like, "No, this light here was this way, and this one was over here because there were some lights up on top of the walls, and they weren't just right." And so
neither of the walls. So it's just,
in the wall, so Michael's in the back says, "Tig, no one else knows. Now you just cost me another $100,000."
so you weren't joking when you said the light was different. That was a real thing.
I did say that.
Yeah, he did. But you know, and they gave the respect that was due to that too, and that was what was really, I guess, inspired us to understand and respect, you know, them from their point of view, but
The
because they were
process.
giving us the same thing.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Had you guys ever been to that area before, where the filming was, or was that your first time in
First
the
Well,
area?
we were
there.
in Benghazi, so we're kind of in the area. But
Right, relatively
no,
speaking.
yeah, we're never. I was never been
Vacation
to
spot,
Malta.
Benghazi.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It was Malta's really nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be a
really
nice place to go.
What did you guys do on your time off when you weren't on set in Malta?
Didn't have time off.
Really, just
Not
on
really,
set,
most
pretty
of
much.
it. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much go to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because you know most everything for the movie took place at night. So majority of the filming all took place at night, and we'd work from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 3 o'clock in the morning. Sit around afterwards, talk about what happened for the day, have a few drinks, have a few more drinks sometimes. No, and then go to bed and get up and start the day over again.
Well, we did get to go see the one castle.
Oh, the Knights of St. John.
Yeah,
Oh, neat.
It
That was awesome.
It was chapel. It was the last bastion of the Crusaders.
Oh, wow.
And,
A good spot to check out.
it's really
it's
nice.
just
It's awesome.
fabulous.
That's
It
great.
was beautiful.
Was there a food you guys got to try when you were there? A local kind of food that you liked?
I don't
I don't
remember.
know. I think we always. Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
had tons of food on the set. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. We're it just kind of every day right into the next, and
Sure.
but I think we had one weekend off while we were there because we were there for about 2 weeks and on the main portion, and it was beautiful. I mean, the water outside. I mean, it's the Mediterranean.
Right. It's
you know,
gorgeous.
nice, warm.
So, last question: if there's one place, if there's one movie trip you guys could go on, so a trip you could take that's kind of like based on a movie. For example, like Mulan, you'd go to the Great Wall of China, or something. It doesn't even have to be like that. What trip would you want to take? Either it's based on a war movie or not a war movie or anything.
I'd like to do the Band of Brothers tour.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
good
say,
one.
say about the same thing.
I mean, and part of it hits home because my grandfather was in Patton's army. He had 5 Purple Hearts from going across Europe. He was a tank commander.
Oh, wow.
So going through and seeing where, the Normandy and the military cemeteries that are there, and every battlefield just would. That's what I would really like to do.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That is a great vacation. I've done the Normandy one. It's amazing. Yeah.
I bet it is.
Gives you that feeling, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. It was nice to meet you.
Well, thank
And
you.
thank you for everything that you've done for our country, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks for watching. I'm Theresa O'Leary. See you on another movie trip.
Libyan visa. Official.
Pull over for inspection.
Sorry, sir, I can't do that.
Pull over for inspection!
How willing are you to die for your country? I'm ready to go right here, right now.
Everybody, this is Jack Silva.
Jack.
We train SEALs at Coronado, so he knows the drill.
Welcome to Club Med.
We need immediate assistance. We are overrun.
State's under attack! Let's go, man! State's under attack!
Let's go! We gotta move! If you do not get here soon, we are all gonna die.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk.
The ambassador is in his safe haven. You're not the first responders. You're the last resort. You will wait.
None of you have to go. But we are the only help they have.
I called fire support. Never came.
You're not giving orders anymore. You're in my world now.
We have 36 American lives to save.